The culture in the West hates the average black man. And I will gladly tell you, brothers, that I'm an average black man. Everything in my life is average. Most black men are average, and that's okay, brothers. It's okay to be average. It's okay to not be a basketball player. It's okay to not be a rapper or a singer. It's okay to be a lawyer. It's okay to be a doctor. Okay? Most people are average and most black men are average. But the problem is the average black man is ignored. The average black man is chewed and picked apart by society, and that leaves him destitute. That leaves him sad. That leaves him fearful. That leaves him ultimately with low self esteem. The ages from 15 to 55, the high rates of brothers self deleting themselves. That pains me, brothers. Do you not hear the sadness in my voice right now, brothers? That ain't too good, you know? And then it's even made worse when brothers, it's so hard for brothers to get women in within their own culture. Can you believe it? In the UK, it's very easy for Indian men, okay? Very easy for Indian men to date Indian women. Very easy for Chinese men to date Chinese women. You know? It's very easy for the average men of other races to date their own race of woman. But the average black man has no chance to get the top-notch black woman in the black community. He's got to be some sort of god for them to even check for you. How do you feel? How do you feel about that, brothers? How does that make you feel? Not too good, right? Not too good. And then we tie in how the media works. We see white men, being a Batman, being Superman, being all these superheroes. You know, you see, you see white men have the best image on TV and on the media and in entertainment, and but then you see brothers in hoods, brothers gangbanging, brothers killing other brothers, brothers being useless, right? In all these TVs and movie shows. That harms the image of black men, and that ultimately harms the self-esteem of black men. When brothers constantly see themselves as useless, as thugs, as gangbangers, they're gonna feel ugly inside. You do everything right. You ain't in no gang. You ain't harm no one. And people don't appreciate that. People don't appreciate the hard work a black man does to get to where he wants to be. Because black men, we got to work 10 times harder than the white man or the Asian man to get to the top. And still, we don't get no love. And still, we don't get no love, you know? And now, I'm not saying that brothers are, women are the only cause in brothers start deleting themselves. Of course, there's other issues as well. The community's awful, racism, etc., etc. But a good part of it is woman, you know? When you have no woman in your life, you feel like you're worthless. You feel like you're the ugliest mofo in the entire world. You feel lost, you feel ignored, you feel invisible. Plus, powder in with racism, how people hate us, how people fear the black man. They don't want black men to succeed. The culture hates us. It's too much for brothers, man. It's too much. As black men, we go through so much and nobody understands what we go through. But I'm here to tell you, brothers, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Brothers, please check out a Western society. Why do you think SYSBM exists? Why do you think this passport movement exists? You're good, brothers. You know, the culture is all screwed up in the West. But within my platform, you have a bunch of like-minded brothers that all want to succeed together, and we will all succeed together. We will all thrive together. I don't want to see brothers, self-deleting themselves. Like I told you, brothers, sometimes I've always thought, am I invisible? You know, it's like you walk through a big crowd and no one notices you. It's like you're some invisible brother and no one cares about you. A lot of black men, they feel invisible. They feel invisible in society, amongst their friends, amongst family, amongst the whole grand scheme of things. They feel invisible. And it ain't a good feeling to feel invisible. It's not a good feeling to feel invisible. You know? Nobody wants to be invisible. Nobody wants to feel and be invisible. You're okay, brothers. You're definitely not invisible in Japan. You're definitely not invisible in South America, in Central Europe, in the Middle East. You see why I don't like Western culture. You see why I despise Western culture. It's toxic. It is demonic. And it is ruining the psyche of black men. It tells black men to be a certain type of black man to get women, to be the top dog. It tells you brothers to be athletes, rappers, entertainers. It tells you, brother, that it's disgusting being average. Let me repeat myself one more time. The culture in the West tells brothers, that it is disgusting and it is pathetic being average. And because you're average, we're going to punish you for it. Yes, I said that, brothers. Brothers are punished for being average. And it shows amongst the BWs in the black community. They don't mess with average brothers at all. The top-notch black woman in the black community, she don't mess with you average brothers, man. She despises you average brothers. You know? So everyday life constantly kicks you in the stomach because you're average. Of course you're gonna feel ugly. Of course you're gonna feel like self-deleting yourself. Of course you're gonna feel like, whoa, what's my purpose in this world, man? You know? Brothers, it's okay to be average. It's okay to be an office worker. It's okay to drive trucks, you know? But brothers don't feel good about themselves. Brothers feel like if they ain't a rapper, if they ain't shooting hoops, if they ain't a goddamn NFL player, then they're pathetic. They're
That's it.
worthless.
Yeah. So personally, bro, I don't date. I don't approach women anymore in the West.
Mm.
The more I was approaching them, the more they were killing my self esteem. So I only
Mm.
approach her when I go abroad. And even though it may be a rejection, they're not rude about it. They'll just tell you, hey, thank you for approaching me, but I have a boyfriend, and that's cool. While if it was a Western chick, she'll look at you funny, like, oh, who are you? You know. So that kind of occurrences every time can destroy your self esteem. And that's why
Yeah.
I tell brothers, don't marry, don't date, don't even smash Western chicks. It's just not worth it. You need to
It's
completely wipe your hands off them and just go
exactly.
foreign completely, bro. Okay?
I'll be real. Like, I am a very. I would say I'm an average black man. I'm 5'9". I'm not so ripped. I only started going to the gym recently, and I know how it is to be part of that 1%. Like, for instance, you be swiping. Like, for instance, me. Like, I would be like swiping all day, and then you realize that you get matches, like people that you're not really attracted to, like that, and then
Mm.
it's hard, especially when you know that you're competing against so many people, and the ones that you match with, you're not really attracted to them, but then you find yourself settling with someone that is average and basically gives you like headache. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I've come to realize, like, for instance, why I'm single is I was dating some girl, English woman from here, and long story short, one day, like, my phone was taking my phone to the phone repair, only for me to like, so I needed to use her phone. Bear in mind, I was with her for 3 years. She had 4 kids, and I don't have kids myself. I'm 28.
Mm.
So I go through her phone, and guess what I see? She'd been sending another man naked pictures of herself and naked, what's it called, and videos of her playing with herself. You feel me?
Yeah.
Bear in mind that I was doing everything for. I loved her kids like my own. Do you get me? This really traumatized me so much. I went through so much in my there. You know what I'm saying? I've never hit a woman, but you can imagine. There was so much running through my mind. I just had to leave the house and then start again. I was heartbroken. It took me a lot because I know I met her on a dating app, and even to get someone to actually give you the attention, to actually talk to you, to get to know you, someone that is eager to get to know you. It's hard, especially if you're an average looking brother. You feel me?
Yes.
And here's me thinking that I found the one, I'm settled. I introduced this girl to my mother. You feel me? My mother wasn't really appreciative for the fact that she had tattoos, the fact that she had never worked a day in her life, the fact that she had 4 kids. You feel me? And what's it called? I prioritized her, showed her so much love, only for her to like, to what's it called? To like embarrass me like that. You feel me? Well, I'm grateful to this channel, IP.
So let me bring in Mr. UK boy
On the stream.
Northwest. Okay?
Yeah, so I'm from the UK, right? I'm from
Yes.
like a town. I'm from a town in the north of England, yeah. And as a black guy, it's just like honestly, this it's killing me, man. Every single day is just like I'm stressed out. You know, I walk outside, I'm getting no love. The women are just looking at me like I'm a beast, like I'm subhuman, and I just get depressed all the time. Like I don't know what the solution is, man. To maybe leave the country, go to a different city because honestly it brings me down every single day. Like I feel like I'm just ugly, I'm worthless, and it's just like yeah.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I definitely feel you there, brother. You know, you made a good point there where the women see you as some sort of beast. You know, I told you, there have been times in my life where I thought I was worse looking than Shrek. I thought I must be some Shrek looking mofo, but when I got that passport, brother, that wasn't the case. So your best choice, brother, is get that passport, make that passport application and travel, bro. Okay? Even if it means you moving to a new country, do it, bro. I don't know what you do for your career, but we can speak about that personally. But I would just
Yeah.
say, bro, leave wherever you are in the UK, and that will definitely change your mindset, bro. The way you're feeling right now, you won't feel that way anymore when you take that trip
So,
abroad, bro.
I heard a lot of the brothers saying how they feel like, they're being mistreated. Hey, I'm going through the same thing. But my mindset now is, look, those people, they don't matter no more. Right now, I'm here to make money so I can save up so I can live overseas permanently. And that's the mentality we got to have. That's why I was bringing up the whole boxer thing, because those old school guys back in the day, man, they faced way worse. I mean, we're going through some bad stuff here. Don't get me wrong. UK and United States, we're going through some problems. But, I mean, I'm telling you, IP, those guys back in the day, they had it way worse than us, and they survived.
I see guys really kind of, when we had the space today or when we had the stream today, guys were really putting their feelings out there. That's cool. That's cool. You can put your feelings out there. There's nothing wrong with that. But I don't want to see it too many times. I don't want to see it too many times. I don't want to hear too much crying too many times. The game plan is already set. We know how we're going to get it done. I don't want brothers to keep calling in saying the same story over and over again. I want you brothers to call in and tell me a different story. Did you go to the airport? Yeah. Did you go to the airport? Did you use your passport? I've seen it before, because we had a similar stream years ago here on your channel. And are we getting a different result? It's been a couple of years. A lot of us have put out information. Yeah, like you guys how to get things done. how to purchase real estate overseas. So I'm looking at you guys now. I'm trying to see, are you boys really doing the work, or are we just repeating the same thing over and over again? I hope we're not repeating the same thing. There's nothing wrong with telling me how you guys feel. I seen some of the brothers
There
were
needs to be
bearing out their feelings.
some progress.
So,
Yeah, so there needs to be some
yeah,
progress as to
yeah,
let's get that
yeah,
passport. And yeah, we want
100%.
we want brothers to obviously speak on
Thrive.
what's going on in their lives, but also what's the solution, man? The solution is getting your passport and working towards that. So
Agreed.
I don't want
Agreed.
we want brothers to have that conquerors mentality that Shima did with Theo a couple of weeks ago. Seek to conquer and seek to do better, man. And that's the only way to get you out of your condition. No one else can change your life for you. You have to put in the work yourself. You have to go on the internet, type in, how do I get a passport? Get the passport for your post. Start looking for trips to go abroad. Start figuring out your career in IT and make that trip.